boys and girls, it's your art day. I hope you're excited. I'm ready to make some art with you. Hope you're having a good day. Hi, fourth grade. I hope you guys are all doing well. This week we're going to talk about some special events coming up and talk about special people in our lives. And we're also going to learn a new art technique using crayons and markers. So coming up this week on Sunday, May 10 is Mother's Day. So you can think about how special your mom is to you, or if you want to make one for your grandma, you could do that as well. But we want to think about somebody special in our lives to create this project for. If you already have something planned out for that, or if you want to make it for somebody else, it's also Teacher Appreciation Week this week. So you could create it for your teacher and tell them how special they are and how much you appreciate all that they do for you. By posting this on Seesaw, your teacher would be able to see your project, and you could also write them a little note with it. So we're going to create a picture of a flower and focus it on somebody special in our lives. We're also going to learn a new technique with this project called Wax Resist. So even if you don't have watercolor paint at home, this project works with just crayons and markers and a little bit of water. To begin this project, I thought it was easiest if my paper was in the horizontal position. I started by creating a small circle in the middle of my paper. If you want to find something to trace, that's totally fine, but don't make your circle too big or you won't have room for your petals. To create my petals, I just drew like a giant U shape or a curved, it's almost like a teardrop without the pointy end on it. I think for this flower I make 6 petals, but in a minute I flip my paper over and I show you how you can split your circle up and create a flower with 8 petals so that they are all the same size. The main thing is that our petals are nice and big so that we have space to design in the inside of them. So make sure you're not making small petals, they have to be really big for this project. So to design my flower, I'm just going to use normal crayons, and I'm going to start filling in different designs in each petal. And I'm pushing kind of hard with my crayon because I want it to have like that waxy texture when I feel my paper. That's part of the wax resist method. So when I put water over top of it, my marker will become kind of like paint with water, and it's going to resist and not paint over top of where my crayon is. I left the center of my flower till last so I could create a little message in the middle of there to whoever I want to give it to. So I decided to write best mom, but you could write best teacher, best grandma, happy Mother's Day, I love you, something like that. Just a message to whoever you want to give this flower to. When I was all finished designing my flower, I went back with a pencil and added a few leaves so that I would have some green in my paper also. When you're done coloring and outlining with your crayons, you can go ahead and take your normal washable markers and you can fill in your spaces with all different colors of marker. You don't have to fill them in all the way. You can kind of make a sketchy line and have some spaces still showing white, because once we add water to it, it's going to spread around and make it kind of look like watercolor paint. After I get my marker kind of sketched in there, I'm going to use just a cup of water and either a paintbrush or a Q-tip. Whatever you have at home will work just fine. Then I start painting over top of my marker with my paintbrush or my Q-tip with clean water, and it's going to start to look kind of like watercolor paint. You'll still be able to see a little of the lines since we did use a marker, but it's going to give a cool effect. I chose to cut around the outside of mine when I was finished, but if you want to leave it in a rectangle, you could also write a message to whoever you're giving it to on the outside of your paper. I can't wait to see these on Seesaw. I hope you guys all have a great day.